Thank you very much, ladies. Can we give a round of applause just one more time to the three ladies? Without further ado, let's go and begin here. My name is Miss Yang. I'm the Asian guy up here, but there's plenty of us around here still. But I'm your co-host here, as well as my co-host over there, Linda. And so we would like to begin here. Please help me welcome Koom. He is the campaign manager for the Hmong part of Loeshia's campaign. So he handles the Hmong side of the campaign. So please, everybody, help me welcome Koom.
Thank you. I will speak Hmong and then I will speak in English. First of all, I would like to thank Yalmi. He will be the MC for tonight. And also Linda, can you raise your hand? Yalmi. Hôm nay không chỉ là để chúng ta mình cả tiếng để có một ít điện sĩ cái tiếng tra sẽ là nó không nó và trong thế để quyền thả không sử dụng homphiaj. Hôm nay chấp là cái gì mà nó cho gia làm gì bây giờ xảy ra bây giờ cùng MC cho con theo và lên đà ngô thả nó cho nên cho điện sĩ cái tiếng tra sẽ là hôm nay chấp là hỏi cho cái nó thằng là con vợ có bây giờ bé nhẹ bé gì bây giờ tụi cho bé chủ mong sẽ là bây giờ là bé sẽ là theo lý mong nên là tôi cho nó tất cả nó có cho bé là nó một con vợ có đâu nên là nó là cho con này linh tinh bây giờ bé nhẹ bé gì con này linh tinh các cha thầy cả sẽ là bỏ qua thế là this is tôi là linh tinh thôi để thảo hỏi cho chỉ sai nô nga các cha thầy của chúng tôi bỏ qua thế thì tôi nói thế nào thôi nó là thảo hỏi cho này cho này cho chỉ cho phúc phúc cho nó cho chữ cho thôi cho phát than để là phát cờ và cho này sẽ là thuốc xoa sẽ tù đó cho này chỉ cái tiếng Anh cha cho câu cho một cho gì cho sức cho dê và lúc đó này cho cả cho một chơi này cho là cho cả kia này tôi là nó này tôi ba chơi là lâu xưa và campaign cú sẽ kể từ các càng là giờ và campaign team cú ở đây đi vào chỗ của ta nó này sẽ là nó cú nó đâu tụi nhau nên cho cú đọc cú trừ cho nên cho nó cho especially si lúc chơi đánh thế giả si chơi đánh cho chơi thế cả sự là bỏ this is pastor. Đâu là của cho cái volunteer sẽ là cũng trong cái này là sự của cái tên của này là cho sự ấy là ít chỉ là cái lúc sẽ mà nó chỉ là lúc sẽ là cái này sẽ là kia và cho ta nó này sẽ là nha tôi chỉ muốn có cái nào cho để chế sản lô, để đi năng để chế sản lô giờ mua này sẽ là giờ là lúc xưa thì mua lúc rồi giờ là kia thì cái tiền nụ là một kiểu congressman rồi nào là giờ vả thì kia xưa thì này để cho nó trong để chế sản lô nữa để có cho nó này sẽ là lúc nào này tôi sẽ là lúc xưa thì sẽ là một cho nó hậu không qua thế cái chế cái gì sản lô để đâu đi nào nói thì cú có hàng rồi mình cả thiết thì nó không mua ít cho mình cả nước thì nó thì cú hàng mình cả thiết. I will speak in English now. It is an honor to welcome elected officials and honorable guests to this event tonight. I would like to thank many of you, ladies and gentlemen, Hmong community leaders, Hmong and non-Hmong community leaders, for your time, your efforts, and your precious time coming here tonight. I have known Lo Xie for many years, and Mr. Lo Xie is a great leader to all of us. In the Hmong community, Lo Xie is like an older brother to many of us younger generations. And to the elder community, he's always been there helping the Hmong community through all kinds of issues. He's always here to support the Hmong community, and we are very happy and glad that he is running for Congress, the United States, in District 4. I also would like to thank the volunteer team. Later on, Lo Xie will personally thank all of you, but without the volunteer team, we cannot have this event tonight. So I want to thank all of my volunteer team. A big clap to the volunteer team, please. And this year is a very special year, as we all know that this year will be the presidential election year and also many congressional positions. So I would like everyone to have a big clap for this year, this special year, and we hope that all of you, many elected officials here, many candidates, and especially Lo Xie, we want to see you and many others win this election. So a big clap to Mr. Lo Xie and many other elected officials. Thank you, okay? Thank you. Lorena to make sure that they were telling our learner to make sure they not to be not here. They just take a shot at it. This is Yalami and this is Linda. So thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody. Welcome to Lo Xie. U.S. Congress kickoff campaign. We are happy to see all of you guys here. And I just want to do a quick housekeeping first. If the ones that have not been here before, the rest area are in the back there to your right, left, excuse me. And then there's a one over here too. So we're gonna move on to, we have several speakers, so two of them are, their time is short, they have to leave. So we'll start with candles. Quills, I'll just read quickly his bio here. Quills grew up in Harlan, New York before moving to Oklahoma to live with his father in a trailer park. Kendall served in the U.S. Army Reserve, followed by 5 years in the U.S. Army as a field artillery officer, including a tour of duty in Korea. Kendall's professional career includes leading sales and marketing teams in the healthcare industry with Johnson & Johnson, Rachel Labs, and Metronome. And he now works for a small healthcare setup that helps cancer patients tackle their disease. Kendall and his wife Sheila have been married 34 years. They have 5 children and live in Medina. Please welcome Kendall Claus.
Thank you very much. Well, thank you, and I am so happy to be here for our candidate, Lo Xie, to help him win in U.S. Congress. That's number one. And so I'm running for the same role in District 3 on the western suburbs of Minneapolis. So Plymouth, Minnetonka, Edina, in that area. So when I win, and Lo Sia win, we'll go up together. Okay? I'll let you win, we'll ride together. So let me tell you a little bit who I am and why I'm running. This is my very first time running for public office, serving as a politician in U.S. Congress. But it's not my first time serving our country. I served 5 years in active duty as an artillery officer here in the United States and right on the border of North and South Korea, right on the DMZ. I was a young captain. What I saw in Korea was I saw one country, one people, divided by a line of freedom on the DMZ. Oh, here we go. The North, after now 5 generations, shorter and smaller in stature than their cousins in the South. And South Koreans, hardworking people. I was there in 1990, and what I saw was how industrious they were, strong families, and how they love for freedom. And you can just see how prosperous they've been in those last few years since I've left. And I think what this country is all about is offering freedom, number one. Let them just have their own direction for business, and also to raise their families the way they want, in whatever religion they want. So I'm a Christian, number one. My wife and I, we've been married for 34 years. We love family. We have 5 children. I was speaking to our friends over at the table, and I thought it was a big deal because I had 5 kids. They go, well, we have 6 kids. And it was like we were like playing cards. We have 3 boys. You have 3 boys and 3 girls. I only have 3 boys and 2 girls. But in this country, with the Republican Party, we fight on the right side of the debate, on the righteous side. Religious freedom, okay, families, and freedom. That's what we stand for, and this is what my friend Lo Sia and I will be fighting for when we go to Congress. I'll end with this story. Right now, the Democrats control Congress by 18 seats. We need to win 18 seats to get control of Congress back to the Republican Party. With my win and Lo Sia's win, I'm sure it'll only be 16 seats, and I'm counting on all of you guys to make that happen for him here today. Now, I'm followed by some other speakers, but I would just tell you how things are going well for us in our campaign. This year, 2020, I think someone mentioned it, there's a lot of energy for the beliefs that we have in the Republican Party. We got a lot of things going well, starting with what our president has done. And I'm going to tell you, this is going to be a year that we will win and win big in the Republican Party, because we are all on the right side of the discussion, of the debate. And I'll end with this, is that when it comes to making sure that your rights are preserved, you can't get anyone more focused, more fervent about the rights of what you're looking for in this country than the candidate we have here, and also the other candidates running on the Republican Party that you'll hear later this evening. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to turn it over to our next speaker. And thank you for having me tonight as your guest. And I look forward to being on the campaign trail with our friend here tonight.
Can we just go ahead and give him one round of applause one more time? the congressman that does not need an introduction because he's too epic, Congressman Jason Lewis.
Thank you very much. Wow. Thank you. It is going to be a reckoning, isn't it? This poor little guy here is having his own reckoning. He has to sit here tonight and listen to politicians. That's why he's crying. It is so nice to be back in front of the Hmong community. Thank you all for coming. I know she is excited. He called me last week and said, Jason, I got a question for you. I said, Gio, what is it? He says, do you believe in free speech? And I said, well, of course I do. And he said, how about giving one? And so here I am. But I'm going to do something I've never done in 25 years on the radio. I'm going to say something I've never said on the radio over 25 years. You ready? I won't keep you long tonight. I just want to say a few things about this celebration. You know what this celebration is? It's a celebration about a reckoning, but it's more importantly a celebration about Betty McCollum's last term in the House of Representatives. And just for a little bonus, it's a celebration about Tina Smith's last term in the United States Senate as well. Because I can tell you, Betty and Tina, otherwise known as Thelma and Louise in Washington, D.C., they represent everything we stand against. You know, I know we've got a table of veterans over here, and I'm sure there's many more. I had two brothers in Vietnam. One of the Marine Corps who served at a place called Monkey Mountain, a little place south of Da Nang. It was a naval air station. Another one offshore in the Navy. And I grew up in that era, understanding the threat of communism, the threat of eviscerating our human rights of due process, presumption of innocence, a right to a jury trial, a right to rise as high as your abilities can take you in a rising tide of economic growth. Everything we fought for and you fought for in Southeast Asia is now back again in the fight right here in the 4th District. And that's why I'm glad to be here, because we're going to win that fight. If we don't win that fight, we will have a lot of explaining to do to the next generation on how we let them down. And everything that Betty McCollum stands for, everything that Tina Smith stands for, is an anathema to the fight you have been fighting your entire lives abroad and here at home. A fight for life, a fight for liberty, and a fight for the property you acquire. And the checks and balances that our Constitution represents, and make certain those rights cannot be taken away without due process, without presumption of innocence, without a jury trial. Look at what these Democrats did to Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh. Look at what their buddies in the press did to Covington high schoolers who only wanted to celebrate the sanctity of life. Look at what they're trying to do to a president who's finally standing up for everything we believe. The people that Sia is going to do battle with will do and say anything for power. And those are just the sort of people who should never get it. That's what this is about tonight. Now we could go on and on about Ms. McCollum. This week she did it again, this time trying to outlaw mining on Minnesota's Iron Range. Now you folks know more than others that you can't have all of the things we cherish without a rising tide of economic growth. And to go up to northern Minnesota and have a sitting member of Congress from the 4th District in her last term, right, Jim, is tell them that they need to learn a code. They need to forget about their way of life. They need to find something else to do because she and her friends know better. It's a disaster. It is an absolute anathema to everything you and I believe in. The right to earn a living for your family. The right to be independent. The right to be self-sufficient. These are the rights that our Constitution represents. These are the rights that she is going to fight for. And these are the rights that are going to prevail when 2020 is said and done. I'm going to be right there with you in the battle. I've been with you. I'm going to continue to be with you. And this November, the reckoning begins. When we get a new member of Congress in the 4th District, we get a new senator from Minnesota, and we get a president ready to do battle for us in his second term. Thank you all for coming. Keep up the fight.
Give it up to Jason Lewis. Thank you. Our next speaker is Tanya. I'm going to go right to Tanya, and then Tanya Simon is residing in Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, and also area school board member. Tanya served as a high school track and cross-country coach at St. Paul Johnson High School for several years and has worked for a metro area Fortune 500 company for 20 years. Tanya's first caucus was in 2016, and 2 years later she ran and won a seat on the OCO area school board, where she now serves as a vice chair. Please welcome Tanya Intro.
Yajum, good evening. Thank you so much for welcoming me and having me here. As was said, my name is Tanya Simon. I live in Brooklyn Park, and I'm serving as vice chair of the Osseo Area School District, which covers 9 cities in the Northwest Metro. I'm originally from a small town in northern Minnesota. As I was growing up, my family was the only Mexican-American family in our town for nearly 15 years. So as you may imagine, I had no understanding of the Hmong people as I grew up. In fact, my first experience in learning about the Hmong community was at the age of 22 when I began coaching cross-country and track and field in St. Paul Public Schools, where my husband served as a high school teacher for over a decade. As a coach, I had the wonderful opportunity to meet Hmong students and families. I found a strong connection with my students as we shared many cultural values in family, education, a drive to succeed, and a respect and admiration for the wisdom and advice of our elders. As I reflect on my time as a coach, my student athletes come to mind. Jerry Lee, Su Vang, Pa Yang, and many more. In my first year of coaching, I established an award called the Mega Miler to encourage my athletes to run and excel. I still remember vividly Jerry Lee winning that first award running nearly 300 miles in our short season, well beyond every other member of our team. I enjoyed connecting with our students both in running and in our shared family experiences. My mother, as an immigrant from Mexico, came to this country at the age of 18. She first worked as a cook and a cleaner in the wealthy homes of California, in short, a maid. When she came to Minnesota, she was a dishwasher in my brother's school kitchen. She encouraged me and my brothers to succeed, to set a high standard for ourselves, and she set a very high standard for us. She expected us to achieve and to surpass everyone's expectations, including our own. Because of my mom, me and my 3 brothers did succeed. My students shared their appreciation of their grandparents' and parents' difficult experiences in coming to the United States and to Minnesota as well. Like me, they too shared how they had families who set high expectations for them and supported them in achieving those similarly high standards. This is the secret to success for all students, by the way. High expectations, connected and supported families, and the pursuit of academic excellence. And you have it. The Hmong community's unique traditions and values embody these success factors. Now, as a school board member, serving in a district where nearly 1 in 6 of our students are of Hmong descent, and living in a city that has the 4th highest population of Hmong people in the Twin Cities, I am learning many more stories. I appreciate the opportunity I now have to learn and the responsibility to use this learning to improve how our district is serving our Hmong students and families. I'm seeing the wonderful success of our Hmong students, and I'm observing how they are leading in our schools and developing into future leaders like Lo Sia. I am seeing the leadership of our Hmong teachers and staff. One such example is Park Center high school teacher, Peng Yang, who recently won a Minnesota Teacher of the Year award from the Minnesota Council on the teaching of languages and culture. Ms. Yang won this recognition for her co-creation of our district's Hmong for Native Speakers language program, which is currently serving 300 students a year. As a board member, I see the positive impact this is having on our students. As one student stated, it's very important to know your language, because if you don't know your language, you won't know your culture and you won't know your traditions. In addition to the cultural benefit of the students, we see the academic benefits. Our Minnesota test scores demonstrate that Hmong students participating in dual language immersion programs, such as those offered in St. Paul Public Schools, perform significantly better than the students who do not. The opportunity to learn Hmong and the opportunity for students to retain and deepen their Hmong cultural traditions is proving to be the solution to the achievement gap for all students in Minnesota. Because of this, I am leading efforts in my district to expand Hmong language programs for our students. And I know that if we elect Lo Sia to Congress, we will have a strong partner to advance these types of initiatives for Hmong students in my district, St. Paul, and across the nation. Personally, as a Republican, I am proud that our party is the party of the pursuit and achievement of the American dream. I often work with the Republican booth at the state fair. Each year, I have many people from many different backgrounds approach me, and they ask, how can you be a Republican? Don't you know that Republicans don't like people like you? I say, I am a Republican because the Republican Party is built of many people who are me. We believe that every single person is an individual with the potential, the capability, and the responsibility to succeed. We believe in the power of individuals helping and supporting each other to succeed, and we do not abandon that responsibility to a faceless government or to a politician. I am the face that helps my mother and my father now as they have helped me. In every dish that my mother washed, and in every mile driven by my father as a truck driver, we believe in preserving our cultures, our families, and the values, and we live them out every day. We welcome all people, and we see each other through the lens of individual content of character. We are connected in the idea that we best preserve our culture and best enable success when we limit government so that our values, our speech, and our ability to succeed is never impeded on by a large and restrictive government. I am so excited to see my party continue to grow across many different cultures, including mine and yours. I am thrilled to see that our party is being led by friends of mine like Yeowy, and to see such leadership as Sia Lo to run for the highest offices in our land. As we look at the Twin Cities today, we are seeing the face of leadership change, and we need it to continue to change at every level of government. Today, as we celebrate Lo Sia's candidacy, I urge you to prepare yourself and to prepare your children to continue to lead in every sector, from education to business to government. We need your leadership, we need your shared values, and we need your voice. Let's continue that journey with Lo Sia being elected to Congress. Thank you.
Let's give one round of applause one more time to friend Tanya here. Without further ado, let's go ahead and welcome the dance group Hero to perform a dance for us, backed by demand. Please welcome Heroes. apologize. I was once young. With that said here, next I would like to introduce former naval officer of the U.S. Navy, also served as well as a former police officer, and now businessman. Please help me welcome current chairman of the United Hmong Council, Vamkhom. If you just hold your applause just a little bit longer, it will do.
Good evening. First and foremost, it's an honor and privilege for myself and my madam to come here to say a few words. First, I want to acknowledge our elected officials, our friends, our Hmong elected officials, our guests, ladies and gentlemen. For 45 years, the Hmong have fought a war that was kept so secret up till this very day. The United States CIA had committed to support the Hmong to fight against the communists in Southeast Asia for the domino effect. The Americans brought in airplanes, guns, and advisors. And today, the secret base in Long Chain still remain an American base, whether it's known or not known. And I have visited that base a few years ago with an American judge. And we walked along with other Hmong soldiers and American advisor at that air base. And with that seed General Vang Pao brought to America, America gave the Hmong a new life, the opportunity to excel. And today we have doctors and lawyers, we have school teachers and professionals and military officers. And because America's warm heart, no other countries that I have visited during my military career will embrace the Hmong. But America, although my father, along with General Vang Pao and many other Hmong veterans who fought and died for the Vietnam War, for the U.S. cause, we too will die for America. We too will fight for America. We too will stand, fight for anything that is not America, but for America. And today, Sia Lo is that individual that was given the opportunity to get education, to become an attorney, and now that opportunity America is giving him to run for U.S. Congress. And I believe that seed from Long Chain will bring prosperous to America, especially in D.C. That the Hmong too can become somebody, because America's opportunity. And I have not seen any country on earth that will love the Hmong like our government, the United States. That is why Sia is running for a change. He's going to make a difference for not just the Hmong, but for all Americans. And CD4 needs a change. For 38 years, we have many beautiful things. But I believe that in 2020, Sia Lo will make CD4 and America the best it can be. And thank you for having me to say a few words. I want to say a few words, Hmong. Ujung hadia lúc chiều nó do sao chạy lại chỉ nên phụ cho bên tua cho lúc tết chờ nó tàu bao chiều chỉ lúc chiều lúc nông của bên cả nông tranh có chờ lúc tết chờ nó nên thằng ba chỉ là sao chạy bên trên Hmong nhiều chủ là sibtham ba có bên ngoài những lúc xua giờ Hmong nhất cho họ luôn tiền đây nó có cho bên cho chờ của chỉ lúc bên trên Hmong có lời bỏ tiếp bao hành tiền Hmong America mua bánh sử thiab lọ của ý thủ theo cho rằng dù là đời bên cho bên mình thông qua tiền bên giờ lên đời cụ thọ này sẽ được bắt đầu bên trên Hmong bên bỏ bà cầu một xe cầu không có những xua cầu bên Hmong cầu bỏ bên nó lửa hai nước sắp Hmong gì là thọ sau nó thọ bắt chữ phòng công Hmong có trên Hmong trên America bên lúc này nhau lúc tết chờ nó chúa mua và mình thia chúa mua từ ba chỉ sư thọ vào trong này.
Round of applause for Phong, President Phong Dhau. Thank you very much. So there's a lot of Hmong elder people in the audience too. I'm gonna be switching to Hmong and English. We call that Hmonglish a little bit, so they don't feel left out. Okay. So if you guys feel left out, don't feel left out. Bây giờ cho lâu hơn nó thiếu tới sự nóจะไปnó phức tạp là mình cần tàu tshua cho mình cần nó là sự nó để thọ chỉ trong cái cho lâu nó chỉ bảo là mình cần trong thiết đó là nó tu yếu là hay nó tận tay nó với họ phát thanh mong cầu gì mong Minnesota cầu gì sân phát thanh nọ hoa. Our next speaker is Hmong Minnesota 18 Council President Nọ Hoa. Please welcome President Nọ Hoa.
Hi, good evening. My name is Hmong, and today I will say Hmong English because we have a lot of Hmong today. So if you don't understand, please talk to your neighbor or someone can translate to you. Okay? Nhớ rồi giờ chúng tôi cũng share hay là lúc nào director của những câu chuyện chơi của bộ lạc các loại của học kỳ associate rồi và giờ share giấy từ tu mong được đây trên này bây giờ lòng kia tu congressman giờ đầu tiên chả nào giờ lên tới lúc nào giấy lúc chuyển trên thân rồi bữa sáng là hay tiền bên mong tu đầu tiên chả nào tập lo chơi chi xong rồi chả nào và bên mua giờ mình tu nhiều giờ tu chân xài lòng kia nào chữ do năm bữa sáng hai cái bên trên để gì bên trồng mong thân thọ bây giờ trồng lúa làm sao nàoเราจะไปจับตัวต่อของนอไปอยู่ต่อเธออีตัวหนึ่งหัวมัวรู้ปังสืออีตัวหนึ่งมัวสกิรู้อีตัวหนึ่งฟ้าหนึ่งตัวหนึ่งเดาเจียอดว่าอย่าเชื่อนะไปอยู่ต่อเธอตัวหนึ่งหัวมัวสกิรู้ว่าจะไปเจ้าเหนียวจีbây giờ cho nó cho của bây chọn mong tàn thọ lấy giờ xe xí bao lòn thế là người ấy tôi nói rồi người ấy tôi nói cho rồi rồi bây chọn mong nhớ tôi lúc làm sao nào chỉ ta lên đó sư chỉ cho tao được lúc làmที่ sinh rồi bây giờ lên đó buôn chân tao là tiền rồi nó lấy giờ xe cái lọ kia từ congressman bây chọn mong bây giờ được cái sao bây giờ sơ cỏ chỉ hai cái sự thâu đỡ mùng cho mình tự mình nhớ cho tuân xài tôi nhớ đâu cái chuyện nào dù là khiếu nó chứ là đi cái cụ tây là chơi dạng rồi còn là tàu rất kỳ dây còn là chủ là quân đầu chỉ nhớ đâu cái chuyện nào lần đầu là tôi thoát dài lần đầu luôn muốn lao cả rồi rút trong nhớ đâu thì chỉ ra để luôn là hay nên là cái sai tàu hay mong hay cái tôi là cái chuyện nào cái chuyện tôi nó của họ cái chuyện tôi nhớ từ tàu lên từ nhưng mà cái mới cho tôi sao tôi về cho tôi nhỏ lòng đầu luôn nó chữ là cái tôi là cái chuyện nào cái tôi ba là cái chuyện nào cái tôi support là cái chuyện nào luôn là hay nên cái sai tàu hay chỉ để phân lo luôn thì nhưng mà cái tôi là cái chuyện nào lúc đấy chuyện này cái lúc là giờ lên đó bây giờ chủ lò ship ba ship sơ với tôi bây giờ dùng nhớ được cái chuyện nào bây giờ lên đó nhưng mà bây giờ xíu là kia với tôi congressman nó ý họ chọn cái mong bây tôi nhớ được cái chuyện nào bây xã tao nó bây xã cả bây tôi như vậy lò quân là chủ nhớ được cái chuyện nào sẽ gì bây giờ tê cho để cho gì bây chọn không thành bây giờ lên đó nó tôi nóอุตส่าห์เจอเป้จงของทันทอเจ้าวันเดียวสีเราชื่อเดี๋ยวเจ้าเราเจ้าวันแต่เป้ให้หนึ่งนี่ที่กูเป้ยังหลงเชิญตัวนึงมันจะเกิดรู้หรือเราอยากเชื่อมันหน่อยไอ้ก่อนนี้ต้องมุกับเจ้าต้องเขาเจด้ไอ้ก่อนนี้เรามุไว้ตัวทางเราเป้มองเนี่ยเราได้ถึงหน่อยไอ้กูลงเชื่อที่ว่าเจ้าให้เดียมองนอนในจิตเจ้ากูเราให้ลูกของเราแค่ไอ้ลงเชื่อที่ว่าเจ้าอุ้งเจ้าโตแล้วเดียก็อยู่จุดไม่ยังอีกอย่างนึงเป้ยกเราสักพวกก็มึงก็เจ้าตรงนู้นก็หลงสายนั่นว่าเจ้าเราได้จะได้กันสิมานะ
Let me talk to
All right, we're just gonna create a little mood here. So, this is not part of the agenda. I created this myself, so I apologize on behalf of the campaign and everybody else. So, all right, so I just created a like page on Facebook, and I would like everybody to take out your cell phone, take a selfie, and please post it onto the like page. Okay? And the like page is called Sia Lo For Congress. So it's really simple. Just follow the sign up here. Hopefully you can find it. I found it. So it's very simple. Just go for Sia Lo For Congress. Take a photo, a selfie, and post it on that page. So everybody just look over here. I'm going to take a photo of everybody up here. So everybody in the middle. 1, 2, smile. Senator Hall, please. Please participate. This side over here. 1, 2, and 3. And this side over here. 1, 2, and 3. I apologize. Anybody behind that hole right there is not in the picture. Everybody here. 1, 2, and 3. All right, so every single time I think of this next speaker, this is a song that I think about. So, without further ado, Representative Eric Lucero is a Minnesota State Representative from Wright County, which is located northwest of the Twin Cities. In 2014, Representative Lucero was one of the first 2 Hispanic Republicans ever elected to the state of Minnesota House here. Representative Lucero is presently serving his 3rd term and is given by his passion for individual liberty and for the Constitution. He is fighting for smaller government to allow people free choice to self-determine the outcomes of their own lives and achieve prosperity. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Representative Eric Lucero.
I'm going to continue. Well, thank you so much, Yeli, and thank you everybody for coming out. This is such an important event, and it's so great to see such a large turnout of diverse people. Now, those who know me, the performers up here were wearing great outfits, and if one of those could be turned into a sport coat, I would absolutely wear it on the house floor. So I don't live in CD4 right now. I live in CD6, but I grew up in CD4. So I know the values of this community, and people are longing for a change. They recognize that they are not represented, that their values and priorities are not what's being promoted in Washington. Now, on the state level, there's a lot going on as well. Much of the headlines, much of what we see in the news is up in Washington, right? But there is a lot of very important stuff that's happening here on the state level. And I want to hit on just a few things that Tanya was saying earlier on the school board. First, I want to, we should give her another round of applause, to be honest. I crossed paths with Tanya, and I have for a couple of years now. She was running for school board and now as a school board member. The things that, the energy that she brings, the voice that she's bringing to school board, a local office, which is so important, is one of the things that's going to help turn the tide, to bring the values and priorities that we all want to these elected offices. And so she mentioned a few things about why she's Republican. So I just want to take on a few things like that. So, as was mentioned, I was one of the first two Hispanic Republicans elected to the Minnesota House. And I'm married to a woman I've been married for over 20 years now, to Aram. And she is East Indian from Pakistan. So she was born in Pakistan. She was born as a Muslim. She's a Christian now. She's accepted the Lord into her life. Why is she able to do that? Because of religious liberty that this country offers. Yes. Now, my brother married my sister-in-law, so she's my sister-in-law squared. So we have a very diverse. My brother married her sister, my wife's sister, put it that way. So we have a lot of diversity in the family, right? My sister married somebody from Kenya, Edgar. Our family exemplifies diversity. But we're Republican. And why are we Republican? Because of the truths that this nation was founded on, that we see in the Declaration of Independence. That these truths are self-evident. Truths, undeniable facts. That they're self-evident, meaning they don't need further explanation. It is inherently evident that the following is true. That all men are created equal. And that all were endowed with unalienable rights. These are self-evident truths. And among these unalienable rights are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. These are the values and priorities that the Republican Party is fighting for. These are the values that allow anybody, no matter what country you are from, no matter what your socioeconomic background is, that through hard work, sacrifice, and delayed gratification, a person can pursue happiness as they've defined it. And they can achieve prosperity. That's what this country allows. That's why I'm Republican, because the Republican Party is fighting to protect the Constitution and to protect these self-evident truths so that the generations that come after us have the same opportunity that we've had the blessing to work hard for our families, to reap the rewards of our sacrifice that we can pass along to our children, not to have government get in the way to take and redistribute. Unfortunately, the other side thrives, achieves their power through division and deception, not by promoting hard work and self-determination. So it is time for a change in the 4th Congressional District, which is the reason I'm so excited
for Sia Lo and his candidacy, because we need to turn the tide. People are seeing the truth, hearts and minds are being persuaded, and I'm proud to be among such a great group who is going to be working hard to get Sia elected. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next speaker is a Republican candidate that ran for Minnesota Attorney General in 2018, Doug Warlow. Doug Warlow is an attorney for MyPillow creator and CEO Mike Lendl. He is a graduate Georgetown University and Georgetown University Law School. Doug checked for Justice G. Barry Anderson on the Minnesota Supreme Court. He practiced international trade litigation under Ambassador Robert Leej, who is now the U.S. Trade Representative. Doug also spent several years fighting for free speech and religious liberty as a constitutional litigation with Alliance Defending Freedom. In 2018, Doug was the GOP candidate for Minnesota Attorney General, earning more votes than any Republican candidate for any office in a midterm election in the history of the state. Please welcome Doug Warlow.
Well, thank you very much. It is absolutely wonderful to be here with all of you and to be here to support Sia, who is going to be our next congressman from the 4th District. And that's very exciting, extremely exciting, because we need a change in the 4th District, as many of the previous speakers have said. We need a change in the 4th District. We also need a change in Congress, and we need to make sure that our state and our country are firmly on the path of liberty and prosperity for the long term. That's what we're going to do. We're going to put our state on that path, our country on that path, by electing Sia. Now, when we elect Sia, we're going to retire Betty McCollum. That's a wonderful thing, which deserves a round of applause. We're also going to take back Congress. We're going to take back Congress. We're going to keep the Senate. We're going to re-elect the president. We're going to have a new senator, Jason Lewis, as well. So we have huge opportunity right in front of us. A huge opportunity to make sure that for the long term, our state and our country stand up for and thrive on freedom and free enterprise, freedom of religion, free speech, the things that made our country great. But we are also in a time of extreme danger, because Betty McCollum and Angie Craig and Tina Smith and their Democratic friends are radical leftists. Radical leftists who believe more in power than the rule of law. And they don't believe in the things that have made America great. They don't believe in free speech. They don't believe in freedom of religion. They might give lip service to some of these things some of the time, but they truly don't believe in these things. If they did, they wouldn't vote the way they do. If they did, they wouldn't be wasting all the people's time on trying to impeach the president, going on a wild goose chase, a witch hunt after President Trump. So we have work to do. We have to go on offense. We need to make sure that everyone in this community and everyone in this congressional district and then everyone in the state understands just how radical Betty McCollum and her Democrat friends truly are. We need to make sure that people understand that Medicare for all is quality care for none, and private insurance for no one. We need to make sure that everyone understands that the Green New Deal is not green, it's not new, it's not much of a deal. All it is repackaged, job-killing, soul-crushing socialism. And that, of course, leads nowhere good. And we need to make sure that people understand just how much the Democrats crave power, just how much they're willing to undermine the rule of law, twist the Constitution, as they have done in the impeachment process. So we do have our work cut out for us. But I know we are going to win, because we have truth on our side, because we fight for freedom and for faith and for justice, because we fight to lift people up and let them become all that God means for them to be. So let's move forward together, filled with courage and hope and even joy at the great opportunity that we have to do so much good for our community and our country and our state and our people. And by the grace of God, we will prevail. Thank you all. God bless.
Good man, nice guy. Get to know him, he's a really cool guy. With that said here, I'd like to introduce our next speaker. He's a friend of mine. He's a first-generation Chinese American. He serves as the vice chair of the Eden Prairie Chinese Association and is also a board member of the Eden Prairie Community Foundation. He's also a Republican candidate for the Minnesota State Senate in the District of 48, which is Eden Prairie and Minnetonka. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome my friend, Jeff Xyooj.
Thank you so much, everyone. It's quite an honor to be here on the stage to speak to your audience. I'm here to congratulate Mr. Sia Lo's decision to run for U.S. Congress, and I'm here to support him. And we want to see more Asian American leaders to step up and run for public service. And we want to see more conservatives and patriots from the minority communities to step up and run for public service. You know, as Yali just mentioned, I'm also a first-generation American, and I'm running for State Senate in District 48, Eden Prairie and the Minnetonka area. So it's been 3 months into my campaign, and I've learned dearly that to run for public service is totally not about self-serving. It's about a service to the country and a service to our community. And it's about hours and days of hard work in the community to serve the community. It's about a sacrifice to put down other priorities in your life. It's about facing new challenges every day in your life. So I'm pretty sure Mr. Sia Lo is already ready for all these challenges. And Mr. Sia Lo and myself, we want to run for public service because, you know, I believe, this is the best way for us to show our love and care for this country and its future. And also as immigrant, as member from immigrant community, this is one of the best ways to pay back and contribute to this great country. So 22 years ago, I left the socialist China and I came to Minnesota to study at graduate school. And I never left. I've decided to become American because I believe America is still the greatest country on earth that can provide freedom, opportunity for common people like us, like me, no matter what skin color, what our ethnic group or cultural background is like. Freedom, opportunities, and a strong patriotic tradition to defend the freedom are the precious fundamentals of this great country. And from my experience, I know dearly that China, the country where I grew up, doesn't offer those. Socialism doesn't offer those. Only America provides those, and we can't lose them. So it's a time for us to take actions to show our love and care for this country in the future by getting involved in politics, to defend the freedom and the opportunities, and so our kids and future generations can still enjoy them, embrace them. So we can do that by getting involved and also support the candidates that hold the beliefs and the values like us. So let's take actions to support Mr. Sia Lo and help him win this race. Thank you very much.
Oh, he's so smart.
Round of applause for Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. So that we're getting closer to dinner, so hang in there. The next speaker is Vu, Chairwoman of Asian American Republicans. Fong is first generation American from mainland China. She came to America in 1993. For the past 26 years, she's been living in the Twin City. Fong has a family of 4. Both of Fong's sons graduated from Prior Lake Salvage High School. They are currently studying engineering at University of Minnesota. She is also a proud mother of 2 Eagle Scouts. Woo! Fong has been an electrical engineer for the past 23 years in the field of circuit design for high-tech chips. Currently, Fong has been serving as the chairwoman of Asian American Republic of Minnesota since March 2019. Welcome, Sue.
Good evening. I'm so excited to see the full house here. When I came in, I was just like, wow, look at this community. Look the support that Sia has. I'm so impressed. I thank you, everyone. And I'm honored and privileged standing here and representing our Asian Republicans. I'm proud of you. Proud of the great job you've done tonight. First, I'd like to say thank you, Sia, for stepping up to work hard and represent our community. Just like Jeff said, that's the best way we serve country, represent the community, and it's a great sacrifice. It takes a lot of effort, time, and money. Seriously, it takes money. I know it's to have such an event, it takes a great team to work together to put it. And thank you for all that. Also, I would say thank you to our Asian Republican friends. I got to know many of you. You know, Yanni ran Republican for 42A in 2018. And now we have Jeff running for Minnesota State Senate for 48. And great to see that Sia Lo is running for Congress, representing CD4. And CD4 needs a change. And I think Sia will bring that change for you. I'm looking forward to see Congressman Sia Lo on November 3rd. As you know, I'm a first-generation immigrant from China, and I lived under the communism. And I know many of you from the Hmong community, you fought the war against the communism and the socialism. And I'd like to say thank you to the veterans here who fought the great war for us. Thank you. Could you please stand up? And I had two of them at the Sia's announcement. Thank you what you did for this country. And it's us here to fight for us, fight against the communism and socialism, right here in CD4, in Minnesota, and in America. And it's our responsibility to defend our freedom, defend our prosperity, and defend the future of our children. The Asian community, I know we live very conservatively. We value family, education, hard working, and community building. And I know I see a lot of Hmong people really working hard and I think they're the hardest working community. We need to also step up and vote and defend our conservative values by voting our conservative candidates. And Sia is that candidate, and we need to have send Sia to Congress. And I know some people say, wow, the Republican Party is the racist party. It's only for rich white men, if you hear that. And that's people and the media suggest you. And people, when they look at me and say, why you're a Republican? They assume I should be a Democrat. If a woman being a minority. But I said, no, I'm a Republican because I know what the freedom is very precious. We need to defend us. We need to work hard and defend our freedom and our prosperity. And as we say, and there are countries we cannot have freedom of speech, freedom pursuing our happiness. And if we have it here, we have to defend for ourselves and for children. And I say, look at how diverse this group is, and the Republican Party certainly is a caring and a diverse party. And I have to say, I'm very proud to be a part of the Republican Party, fighting along with you. I am so proud and so honored. And I look forward to work with the group and work with Sia to send Sia to Congress. And I will say, Congress, Sia Lo. And may God bless you all, and bless Minnesota, and bless America. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair of the Asian Republican Party, President Sibtham. Next, I'd like to introduce our next speaker. Ever since I hear this name, this is the song I think about. He's fearful. He stands up like 6'5", so I'm a hobbit to him. He lives in Lino Lakes, where he probably happily and proudly serves the people of the Senate District 38. First elected in 2010, he currently serves as the chairman of the Senate Tax Committee and sits on the K-12 and Commerce Committees. In the private sector, Senator Chamberlain has worked as a tax professional for restaurants and Ameriprise Financial. Most recently, he worked as a financial representative for Private Financial. Please help me welcome Senator Roger Chamberlain.
Well, I don't know what to say. I don't know. So I had some comments, but there's been a lot of great comments and a lot of great speakers of the night. So, and I don't know if this is much use anymore, but I'm going to try to make some new comments somewhere. At least I'm not number 10, Mark. So I'm going to try to make some new comments as we go through here. But before I start, I just want to make it clear. I work with the Senate campaign team, as Mark does, and we are still looking for candidates for Minnesota State Senate seats. So, let me say that again. We are still looking for candidates around the state for Minnesota State Senate seats. Now, you can still make a big difference at the state at every level, someone mentioned it earlier. So, if you're interested, you know somebody is, get a hold of me. Call one of us state senators. We got Jeff Jang and Dan Hollier. Jeff's a great candidate. So a lot of familiar faces, some new faces, old friends. It's really great to be here. So here I go and try to make some new comments after everything's been used up. Thank you for letting me come here. Thank you for inviting me here to say a few words like everybody else. And thank you, Sia. Thank your family. And that's your family with you there? Thank your family. And thank you for this commitment, for the commitment to this cause. I'm going to explain the cause. Many of you in here know sacrifice and commitment and change. The cause. there are many things, ideas, that transcend borders in history and time. There are many ideas. There are ideas that are agnostic to culture, ethnicity, and race, and all those other things that our opposition tries to use to divide us. So the cause, little story, during the Revolutionary War, as the story goes, General Washington didn't refer to it as a revolution. He said it was the cause. So you're asking, what is the cause? Maybe Ben or Jim over there know. The cause. The cause is liberty. The cause is freedom. The cause is self-determination. That is about opportunity and happiness and prosperity. It is about hope. It stands in stark contrast to. It is the opposite of, as others have mentioned, what our opposition believes. They would take all that from us, as others have mentioned. They will take it from us. There is no option to losing. There is no option to losing at any level of this election. It is all on the line. So let that be your torch. Let the cause be our cause. Let it be your torch, let it burn. Be the beacon, be the light to attract people. To run that darkness on the other side right off the cliff. Bury them. We can't let them win. Now, last word here. So I see a lot of people here. There's probably a lot more out there that supports you. Each one of you can carry that torch. Each one of you can help him get over the line. This is something that she does not expect. So if you all pick up that banner, carry that torch, support him, she's going to have a hard time trying to wiggle out of that. So with that, God bless you, Godspeed. I look forward to working with you during the summer up in the other part of CD4 up there on the north side. So God bless you, thank you very much, and thanks again for being on here. Take care.
Thank you, State Senator Robert Chamberlain. Round of applause for him. Thank you. Our next speaker is very close to Sia now. So the next speaker is Senator Mark Curran. Minnesota State Senator Mark Curran serves as Senate District 32, which covers Chisago and Isanti counties. I may not say that wrong. Senator Curran has been married 36 years to his wife, Cindy. They have 3 children and 4 grandchildren. He was born and raised in St. Paul, Frogtown area, and raised his family in the Midway area before moving to North Branch in 2007. Senator Curran was first elected in 2016. Senator Curran is the Vice Chair of State Government, Election Policy and Finance Committee, and serves on the Commerce and Consumer Protection, Family and Aging Environment, DNR Policy and Legacy Finance Committees. They welcome Senator Mark Curran.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here, and Roger Chamberlain, or Senator Chamberlain, also had the same realization I had. These notes are no longer useless. So what we'll do is we'll tell our story a little bit. I have the pleasure, we serve in this particular district, but home is always home, right? My home is Frogtown, St. Paul, even though she is from the east side of St. Paul. I love St. Paul. I serve up in the just north of the cities. The thing that I love is that much like many people here, first generation, immigrated to St. Paul. My grandparents, my great-grandparents were first generation, I'm the 4th generation. They migrated to St. Paul, Frogtown. My mother's grandfather and my dad's grandfather immigrated and landed 4 blocks from each other in St. Paul. So every chance we get, because we don't have a lot of Republican candidates, even when I was there in my prime, it was frustrating. We didn't have a candidate on the ballot at all, Republican. And as Roger Chamberlain mentioned, boy, did we see a lot of great candidates tonight, with potential candidates and future candidates for St. Paul, Minneapolis. I have the pleasure of serving. We do our districts a great service from the perspective of where we live, but home is always home. And what we've done, and anybody who knows me, and much like Senator Chamberlain, Senator Hall, and everybody here, Representative Lucero, we go everywhere we can to support our candidates that are willing to put their name on the dotted line. One thing I've learned in serving in this role is I love the comment about this party being rich white guys. Well, you might start out rich until you get elected. It'll take care of that. But for us to come down and serve in the communities, and either whether it's inner city no longer, or now it's urban, St. Paul, Minneapolis, we'll come down anywhere we can. Yogi, I think we came down for him. We really, believe that the city has a strong roots. I'm blessed to have experienced the immigration in its rawest form, to see the true life cycle of what the Hmong community has done with St. Paul and for St. Paul. A complete revitalization, so many small business entrepreneurs, and all of the people that have done a great job in taking advantage of what is the American dream. The other part that's wonderful is to see that, or that is challenging, is that in spite of that, is we have a lot of great business owners in here, we have a lot of great patriots. The Democrats have taken over St. Paul, Minneapolis. We have to stop that. It starts with the elections process, both locally, state level, and then nationally. I don't think people understand the commitment that that his journey is about to begin, and when he wins, it's life-changing. Just the journey itself is going to be life-changing. But what you can bring to the community, we need candidates to come out at every single level, to get involved. In the worst case scenario, you need to get involved and ask at this election period, what am I going to do differently that I have never done in the past to make sure that we don't go down the path that the Democrats are painting today? We always get branded as a party of no. Well, now we have to be the party of hell no. But the reason I say that is because the opposition has no middle ground in any of their positions. And that's the part that is most frustrating. We don't have a media that's willing to tell you about it and to be factual. But that's what we're battling every day down there. We need Shia in Congress to have that battle and to fight that battle for hardworking families in this country. The power in what you can bring into this community. Shia, I don't think we have any other congressional candidates in here, but there's very few congressional candidates who can fill a room like this on a Sunday night. I don't think you know that. We do know that. Every one of you knows somebody who hasn't voted and participated in this the election process. It's vital that every single person get out and ask what you can do. And Shia, you have our commitment, and again, we're honored to even be asked. We will always come down and support you in St. Paul, Minneapolis, wherever it is that we can help you with your campaign, and any other candidates who are willing to come out and put their name on the dotted line. It's a life-changing experience, but you'd be blessed to have that opportunity, and then we will support you. The Republican Party has always been opening and welcome, and we welcome everybody here for your consideration. Join the party and join Shia in his battle. So with that, thank you everybody, and have a wonderful night.
I don't want your notes. I know what you said already. It was recorded, Senator. All right, so this last guy here, I was an innocent Hmong guy just walking down the street. And I'm walking down, and all of a sudden he's yelling out from the corner, "Hey, you look smart. You want to run for office?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm not doing much. Let's go ahead and do that." This next guy has represented the Burnsville area for the last 10 years in the last decade. That was a joke. He grew up in Minneapolis and raised eight children with his wife, Valerie. Senator Hall is the chair of the Senate Local Government Committee. As a former Christian minister, he is a huge advocate for religious freedom. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome my mentor and my friend, Senator Dan Hall.
Wow, it looks really cool from up here, let me tell you. I have a question for you. Are you ready for Sia to win this? Seriously. Because Sia is going to need your help. He's going to need your help to hold this high. And he can't do it himself. You're going to have to be there. And you know, there are a lot of times that people have come to me and said, why are you so aggressive? And I'm really not aggressive except for the fact that I am ready. I'm an old college hockey player. And my coach said, you got to look ready to be ready. And so this is not being ready. This is being ready for anything that's going to come at us. And when I am in that position, you will not knock me over. I am here to, as he said, to say no to the evil stuff that's trying to come down the pike. To change this country, we cannot let it happen. The gal that's in here right now in Congress is not doing a good job. As you say, I'm a minister, I'm going to be careful with my words. Sia will. He is a man of character. I tell people, I believe in working hard, playing fair, doing the right thing and expecting the best in life. God has given us that opportunity. I expect him to win, but he won't do it without you. And so today, I promise, daily in my devotionals, I'm going to pray for you that you are ready to help him. So God bless you, God bless America.
Isn't he amazing? I'm so glad he was my mentor. Just want to make sure I get this right. All right, with that said here, last guy that we're all here for. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and help me welcome the next congressman for CD4, Sia Lo. We also want to welcome the campaign committee to please come and stand up here. Everybody who has volunteered, please come and stand up here.
Thank you, Yele. I'm going to get a moment. I know that a lot of supporters would like to get on the stage with me. I hope it's strong enough. You need to tell all my opponents out there that there's so many people on stage. He's worried about the stage not holding up. I'm going to say a few words in my native language so that the elders that are here with us today will know a little bit about what's going on here. Huyuhai abelalu. Cho cho nên cho gì cho nên cho ua sẽ đây. Cho nên sẽ được tao hay thì giờ vì chẳng nu nó thiết chữ sĩ. Cái cúi tao cho cái nào cho nên sẽ đây. Vấn đề chấp là huyuhai cho đủ nó u thọ của cho tao tan cho sponsor. Cho ba cú trong ná thiên ngàn như thế vì cho đó là tua là lưu thiên trà cũng cả lưu thiên chỉ cũng chỉ. Hảo, vấn đề sẽ được cho ná. Cú yên bao hay thì yếu một tụ bom ba cho cú thiên thì sĩ yếu này chỉ bán như thế bây giờ một chỉ tao lưu thiên chơi là trong này ta. Cú cho xe hành cho con là lý tên thì sẽ nêu cái lòng nào tu mấy cháu mình nhiều gì ở bên này bắt thành sự chủ trang đầu tiên là cho phụ tu cho này gì 你要读爬on day， 你找他那本，我找我替你手当的弄弄，我可以找你找你找几找那找我手的海边，我包海边不要人丢不得好丢了，把你找学着กู啊，on day กู要还没记录，กูทอกกับไป手的手就单他ไป好，กูจีเทีย他那本เทียมอง找多哪呢？ I'd like everybody to stand for a moment to honor the veterans, especially General Vamkhom, my father, and the photos behind here. I know they're here with us in spirit. And so let's give them a moment of silence in respect for all the veterans and their leadership. Thank you. You may sit down. กูอยากจะเข้าเลยนะเบียร์ที่นี่จะชี้หาเลยต่อในโยชงกูอยากอีทุกคนที่ชอบปานี่จะคือจะที่จะเนี่ยจะจีชวนเลยจะตัวเด็กกูกับกูป้ากูยิงป้านี่ลีก็แค่เลยกูจะเกลียดใจเขาเทียบกูเขาว่าจิตเราลูกเชื่อสาละกูลูกเชื่อนะกูทอกันนี่ชอบสาcho họ của chị tam đời, để họ chỉ bảo cho cô vì tiền nô nói cho mong nô nói cho bên đâu là, để thằng này của tiền ba cô còn hậu lúc trong vàn nào cho bên một sự này, của tao đâu ya, cho chuột tù và ít lần rủ để xin nô nói cô chỉ xét cô yêu ít ya, còn tao tan cho nên cho lên cho tù, chưa ít lần ở lần xưaแต่สิก็เตาต้านทอดเป็นมองเสดเตาต้านทอดอเมริกาเสดก็เตาต้านทอดที่อเมริกาเต้นเนาะเจ้าเขาเลยเนาะกูจะเชื่อให้เกี่ยวกูว่าเจ้าเขาเลยเนาะทอนนี่เสดก็เต้กูทอกันนี่เสดเช่นกูอยากจะหาจีบกูทอตัวที่อเมริกาเต้นเนาะวันเดีตัวที่อเมริกาเต้นเนาะกูดูมา下乡了也异乡了，我把边弄这几张嘢，到底到头，拉到啲น้ำของเราหมดยอดเขารู้สุดรู้ชี้เห็นเลยจะมีหยวดจะเหล่าไปจะมองเสียจงหลีจงทองเดียวอยู่มีหยวดยาวซื้อมาปืนมองดูเจ้าจีเต้าจ้าชายvì lời cho kênh tổng chùa tàn nô tàn hồng cú bao bê mong cho kế cho nhé chỉ ra cú nhận ra đa nên biết sĩ cú bao hay là bê một họ tiêu lọt thế bê cho nhé bồ đi cả bê tôi cho mình đi cả tê muôn đầu ya cho bê sĩ đại ý ya lo chấp lời cú tao sợ lần cho sĩ đại đời ya thọ là một bên trong toàn giả cơ nhân thành tựu bên mong tu sửa cơ kia đi chỉ bao nhiêu người cả lúc sĩ hận đời bên cú sa la hay kia yếu tận chú ý trên nhiệt chế để bên mình hoàn thành sĩ hài bên cú hài trong đó là cho United Nations cho khó hay kia nó chữ thay cú bóng ý ti nhon họ United Nations mong nu và tiền giờ bên của tàu đã chỉ để bên một hải trong tàu là một hải châu không hải tiền bên chỉ bao bên hải tàu đã chỉ để chỉ bên kia đó này sẽ hải tiền hay nhiều chuyện hơn mong ý rằng gì chỉ ta đến đóท่านได้พูดเจ้าตั้งไหนกูเชิญเจ้าก็มองเจ้าหน้าเจ้าว่าเชิญอีไทยท่านได้พูดมีเป็นอีไทยเต่าเขาอย่ารอเจ้าเป็นเชิญเจ้กูมูลนับถือเที่ยคือท่านได้พูดเอาชาโนชามองจบเล่าตูนอจุเมริกาจบเดี๋ยวเขาหนึ่งกูว่าเชียวว่าจากกูนู้นกูยอมเคียอยู่กับนี่ป้ากูได้ชินพอเรายิงยาหกกูรู้เชียกูเคียตอนนี้เฉยๆตอนนี้เจ็บกูที่นี่ว่าเทียบใส่กูก็เป็นมองเหมือนต่ออีไทยก็เป็นมองต่อรุ่นในใจลูกก็อ้อลินดูลูกก็ลินดูนู่นที่เป้อยู่ปอมบ้ากูทอกแล้วนี่กันนี่จะจีให้กับเป็นสิ่งเฉยๆกับกูตัวจ้าจะเช่นใจเจนี่ว่าเตี้ยมัวปอมบ้าจะกูนู่นแต่ยา hay tiệp bê e ba cú e bê một tàu cho kỹ nó cú sa hay tiệp giờ bây giờ ít chuột trong hành tàu bên trong này để cua này sẽ được cho ra này cho nên chỉ tôi nó tôi chơi cú nó một đi nó chọn tu một đi nó là chỉ mua này sẽ đượcตัวcòn này nó lo này nó chơi cú thia để xí này thứ bỏ là vì cho nó chú America là hay trong tù giờ bên cổng tây đi nó chỉ là yên chủ tu bên xứ để cua này sẽ được cho cua này tôm hòn này họ này sẽ được mua tây cho nên tụi thầy họ thì này có chơi cú chơi bên không còn này cái mình cái chuột cái cái chỉ tận đây là một cú hay lu America mình chỉ vì thế tu lúc trong cú là sự chân là yêu chủ hay lu America đó cho America sẽ được elected officials, honored guests, distinguished American and Hmong leaders, veterans, families, and friends. What about another big round of applause for our heroes dancer this evening? Aren't they incredible? They took first place at the National Hmong Dancing Competition during the Hmong New Year this year. It is an honor to have them perform for us this evening. Could you also help me thank all of my volunteers for putting this event together this evening? The volunteers, could you please raise your hand wherever you are? My volunteers, please raise your hand, turn around. This event could not have been possible if it wasn't for their time and support. I want to thank each of the volunteers for joining my team. We are still recruiting for those of you that want to help. So if you are interested in joining the team, please speak with one of us this evening. We would definitely love you on the team. Like all of you, I too came to earth from the stars the usual way, to an incredible father near Herlo and a wonderful mother, Kieshong. My father is here with us in spirit, and my mother is here with us this evening. Mom, where are you? Could you please stand so that everyone can see you? Thank you, Mom. I'm blessed to be married to the love of my life, May Kali, and have 4 beautiful children. They are also joining me here on stage right here. Thank you guys for your support. I asked the hero dancers to dance for us tonight because America needs her heroes more than ever before. I'm not talking about superheroes in movies like Superman or Spider-Man, though we could really use both of them on what is currently happening in DC. For me, I'm talking about real American heroes. Heroes like my parents who obeyed an instruction through a dream to clear an airfield where helicopters could land. It eventually become the CIA base known as Longchang. And from this CIA base, the brave Hmong and Lao soldier would, under the direction of the CIA and the leadership of General Vamkhom, one of the greatest American generals America had ever seen, fought the communist North Vietnamese to a standing still for 15 years. During this period of fighting, the heroic Hmong forces did extensive damage on behalf of the United States to the communist North Vietnamese forces and the Ho Chi Minh Trail. The heroic Hmong soldiers paid a heavy price in this conflict, losing 30% of their population. Without these sacrifices, our Vietnam Memorial Wall would have been a lot bigger and the list would have been a lot longer. Could I have all the heroic widows, orphans, and veterans in this room stand at this time and be recognized? 家喐住望一望呢個，烏係呢個當地嚟講啊嘛。Thank you for your services and sacrifice. America would not be who she is today without you, and she will never forget you. The heroic Hmong warriors and their family did their parts and paid their prices to join America. Many of you also came to America defending freedom, or maybe searching for freedom as well. No matter how all of us got here, we have found freedom in America and fell in love with this country. And together we have made America the envy of the world. And together we have become one big, beautiful American family. Could you all give a round of applause for yourself for being this big, beautiful American family this evening? I'm also here to tell you that America's freedom is being threatened. Like many speakers before me, threatened by those that want to introduce and implement socialist and communist ideas into this country. Threatened by a growing national deficit we cannot sustain. Threatened by taxes we can no longer afford. Threatened by robocalls we can no longer stand. Threatened by an unjust and politically motivated impeachment we cannot accept. It is time for America's heroes to stand up and fight these monsters. I'm specifically calling on the real heroes from Minnesota Congressional District 4. Real heroes like our parents, our teachers, police officers, doctors, lawyers, men and women who plow the streets every day after a snowstorm so that you and I can get here this evening. I'm calling on all of the real heroes like you who are here tonight, this evening. It is time to rise and defend America. For each of you hold the power to defend America from these threats. And together we will be able to save America and maintain her greatness in the world. Some have said this is difficult, but I say, together America has been able to send a man to the moon, to show the world we are a nation that will be second to none. Together we've been able to explore the furthest planets from the Earth and study the deepest ocean floors. Together we've been able to explore the makeup of the smallest object, the atom, and how the universe came into being in the first place. There is nothing America cannot do if she sets her mind to it. For America have already proven that there are no rivers so wide she cannot cross. There is no road so far and difficult we cannot travel. And there are no mountains so high we cannot climb. And together we will bring victory to our nation in CD4, in Minnesota. So join me in climbing this mountain in CD4. And when we get to the top of this mountain, we will prove to the world that America is home to the free and the brave and to those that dare to dream. That America is the greatest country on earth, not only because of her military might, but her ability to allow your dreams to come true. Like the greatest golfer, Tiger Woods, or the first Hmong American to win gold on behalf of the United States, Lee. That America is not only for the rich, the powerful, or the few, but she is for me and you, or anyone that is willing to chase their dreams. So on November 3rd of 2020, I'm asking you to grant me the power to defend my country, your country. I sincerely hope that you will grant me this switch, for I will not let you down. May God bless each of you for being here tonight. And may God bless the United States of America. Thank you. The Hmong has a saying that behind every good man there must be a greater woman. And so my wife would like to say a few words. Please welcome Meikali.
Well, thank you, Adelaide, after your speech, but anyway, thank you so much. Well, good evening, guests, family, and friends. I am so honored to see all you guys tonight. We thank you for your support and financial contribution to the campaign. You are amazing. You believe in Sia, and so I do. He's a man of conviction with great vision for us people in Minnesota. I am in complete support of his congressional race in District 4. In fact, I'm confident that he is the right candidate to address our concern to Washington. In closing, we value your blessings and we look forward to taking on this journey with you all. Thank you. As of right now, I'm just going to speak a little bit along with my Hmong family. Nhớ rằng hỡi cho nói cho nói cho qua cho nên cho chị cho cái tin nên cha theo phụ nữ cho tụ nhớ họ lúc tuổi trẻ nó cụ thể cụ trẻ này qua cho lên cho tụ cho nên cho cái cha pa nó sẽ không nó đó chị hai cho nhớ sẽ tụ đó tụ nhau cụ trẻ này nhân yếu chị nó ba mươi cái chiến trị chiến cha một chút ta chỉ cả nên đó cũng chế nên chắc nó sẽ bị tia bên trong đó hạt tia nó sẽ lúc phải xử nhớ cho bên lúc số chế đó chỉ ta lên đó bây giờ khi ta lúc có trong bên giờ mình cứ mình nói tôi giờ nó sẽ hết giá cứ đi lên trái do hạt tia bên chắc bên giờ chỉ tao kế mà mày giờ bên xin lu thì bên cho bên trang bên giờ chỉ tao kế hai nhân giờ bên xin ba tia người还没有过被这给我本事听我说，要被同地听我一路下，被包有时空，被包被要被你被死，被要去找着被进来公路什么，要这给包说，我出席到说，我怕那个呢，我真的，也就是到今天做到。
Thank you, Sia Lo and his madam. for a great speech. Dinner is a little bit delayed, so we're gonna have a couple more speakers and then we will head to dinner. They're getting ready, but it's not totally ready yet. I want to recognize Scott Walker. He's the Cambodian Republican. Scott, thank you for coming tonight. And the next speaker is Pasava. He is the first Hmong leader of Republican in Minnesota. I would like to invite Pasa to come up and say a few words. Pasava I saw him earlier. He is here. Oh, there he is. Lawyer, not here.
Well, I was 12. Back in 1979, I went to Robert, Wisconsin. I saw Sia as a young boy, but he was ambitious to help his dad and family to move. And I went there because I am asked to take the U-Haul to move his family to St. Paul. He was ambitious, and he said, "Dad, do we take this? Do we take that? Do we take this?" That time I thought Sia would be a great leader because he had done for his family. Today, I'm so proud, so grateful that Sia is taking the leadership initiative to run for U.S. Congress for our Hmong American and the American in the 4th District. My Hmong family are here to live, not to visit. America is our home. The country is ours. It is to have a great, energetic young man like Sia, who volunteer that if you support me, I will be your mouth. I will be your representative in the Capitol Hill. I think we all ought to support him. But not only those of us who are here in this room tonight. In order for Sia to win, I want to challenge you. One man or one woman tonight at this room. We have to do a job. The job that we do multi-level business. One man fight 3 men. And one woman fight 3 women. If you time 1 time 3 equal 3. And if you time 3 by 3 equal 9. And if you by 3 by 9 equal 27. If we go this route and we recruit all the 100,000 Hmong Americans in this 4th district, certainly Sia will win. And our American friends tonight, they already have their branch friend that they can reach. And they do the same thing. And they will tell their friend who live in the 4th district that we need to change. We need to change the 4th district chair to the new American who love and care about this country and this district. You know why I have to tell you that? Our current congresswoman, pay no attention to you. When she sponsored the NTR, and the veterans were not happy. And they go demonstrate. Ask her not to give the communist Lao free NTR. And 2 of our officers got detained. In fact, it's a game of the communists. She listened to Brooklyn Park man. She didn't listen to you people who live in the 4th district. We need to change. We need to change this woman to a man who cares about you, who cares about your relative back in Laos, who cares about the policy in DC that make Americans more safe. We don't need impeachment here and there and resolution. We don't vote for those people go to Washington, D.C. and fight one another back and forth. We want to send the people to Washington, D.C. to stand on America's behalf. That is Sia Lo. My Hmong friend, working with America officer, elected official, depend who you know, how you know, and what did you do for them. If you don't know who you know, then they don't help you. And what did you help them? They don't help you. You remember in 2007, we Hmong were labeled as terrorists. Do you remember that? All the intellectuals, the community leaders, wrote letters to the Justice Department about the unfair label the Hmong to be terrorists. And they don't pay attention to us. We are lucky that we had General Vamkhom. In the new year 2008, 2009, General Vamkhom come here. I sit down with him, and I sit down with Senator Vamkhom, and Senator Vamkhom said, General, regarding this issue, I will go to Washington, D.C., and I will write an amendment, ask him, as president, to sign and send to the Justice Department and remove the Hmong out of terrorist list. And Senator Vamkhom did so. Because I know him, because I helped his campaign from mayoral to senator. And the President Bush coming in second term, I helped his campaign. So Senator Vamkhom sponsored a bill, hand delivered to President Bush, and he signed and removed our Hmong out of the terrorist. That's why I said, depend who you know, how you know, and what did you do for them. So today, I encourage you, 1 fight 3 men, and 3 fight 9 men, and 9 men 27. Okay? So we must make sure Sia elected. And by November 3rd, we have a new congressman in the 4th district, Sia Lo.
我做不杀，唐不得了不杀一种子些。那对啊，我们用了那种我都自己用跟那些我做，都到那个来把它主张要你要把它的 SGU Veteran and Families Development of USA， พอเจอ把它 就这样了，说到了还没到路才先了，有点些。rồi số mỗi chúng tôi thì cái thiết bị ứng dụng điện này nó có sự nên chắc là trong mắt và trong cái nó cho nó ngọt thế không phải đầu thiết tới chỗ không chỉ kể là dễ thiết.
Thật chơi cho member cái gì đó là thật. Nhân dòng nhà tổng thống.
I will try to translate the Hmong language into English as best as I can. Thank you. Good evening.
Nhân dòng cho mặt cho chữ cho phong cho dư cho con cho mùa cho lại cho tí mình thua lên thua tù lúc đấy ấy lúc chỉ thích chấp lời dù biết tôi đọc đó cho trí dòng.
Honorable guests, friends, members of the Hmong community, elected officials, we came to the United States. We have been in this country almost or about 40 years.
Nó đó cái lúc còn hồ cô tu cho SGU Veteran and Family Development they endorse Sia Lo For U.S Congress nhớ tổ district law.
Ladies, gentlemen, I am the president of SGU Veterans Family Development in St. Paul. Tonight, my board members are here in front of you. We would like to announce that my organization is proudly endorse our next Congress for the U.S. District 4, Mr. Sia Lo.
Pick up to job. How hurt to me. People to job do America. If I took what on job. Sự sản phẩm chi, dọn cho chúng ta thế đó chi, dọn cho chúng ta vào mình. Chúng ta freedom, democracy, như chỉ dùng gì, dân đầu sĩ cho sinh sản, lên mê ha bê, cú, bê cho tù, nó bê cho các bê đạp tù, dân thai, tôi dù cho lúc thế thả America, cho tôi lúc tôi cần chút thời kỳ, lúc thế thả America nó.
On behalf of my organizations, board members, board of directors of this organizations, I respect the former veterans, Hmong veterans who have served, sacrificed, and fought the war in Laos during the Vietnam conflict.
Chú kế bê ô chúa trò cộng tên đồ America của sáng mua ở bên lụt là nó cho tụ chạy lụt từ ô lụt America đi em mà mong tỏ đi.
As you may know and aware that the Hmong people and the American government were all friends from 1960 up until 1975. You came to you came to Laos to help us fight the war in Vietnam, in Laos. Here in my booklet, there is a couple paragraphs. In here, I would like to have my translator to read to you. The SGUs were surrogates for American forces in Laos. The CIA recruited, trained, fed, clothed, armed, and directed the SGUs working in conjunction with the CIA and under the direction of the U.S. ambassador to Laos were American servicemen who officially left the U.S. Armed Forces so that they could operate in Laos without violating the Geneva Agreement, a process known as cheap dipping. The former military personnel were posted or volunteered to serve in the CIA or the U.S. Embassy in Laos. The Senate Foreign Relations Committee found in 1969 that the multi-million-dollar support of the SGUs can in no way be considered an intelligence operation and thus amounted to an American military operation. The SGUs were America's military force in Laos.
Cho dù nó do nọ chứ America mua cho tập về hạt sĩ bên chỗ họ lử do lê bên đó tốt cho cứ mua chung xa mua tròn trang lưu đồ America thị thái dòng khám Việt Nam do bên do lưu đồ America chứ lưu bên thờ nó từ dân chúa được America do bên từ giải gầu do lên nó bên do thơ xia bên Indonesia trong mùa thì họ lử do bang America bang bên sẽ America nhớ lúc bên America nó có bên chúa họ khó chắc họ cũng gì.
As you may know, I stated earlier that the Americans and the Hmong people are friends. We're friends in Laos and will be friends in the United States for many, many years to come. I urge you, the young, the old, please help my organization to endorse Mr. Sia Lo for Congress District 4.
Cú chỉ một chạy nhau, do một tao nó cho lụt tôi mới sai tầm cho, để chỉ xia, giấy tu, cú tao cho người, cho nên mong ô hậu lửa nhớ bố sinh tạm gì, tao cậu lúc chồng, xia, giấy tu, cú cho mong càng đi lúc họ trông rồi lúc họ trông, pro của bên tổ chức tụ Congress chia gang cho số lúc họ trong mong tụ trong là chủ sĩ thằng.
Friends, Sia Lo is a man devotion, ambition, intellectual, understanding the Hmong community and the American community. Sia Lo is the man I believe that can win the congressional district number 4 to be our next congressman representing our community. Sia is a man who listens, who understands your cause, and who understands, will voice your concern. He has a big vision for our community in the district of number 4. Sia and I went to Washington, D.C. many times. He is a good attorney, very smart man. He gave me a lot of advice, and all good advice. Sia has been in D.C. He knows D.C. areas, and I believe if we elected him in November, he will bring your concern and voice the concern you have to the United States of government.
Sia cũng một proof cho chua tại nó cứ cũng cho nên mong chỉ cho chua tụ nọ chứ cho chua ban chua phần chỉ hành Democrat Republican mua nhóm là nó cũng chỉ là hà cũng một proof mà Sia của họ lử Sia nhập bao biết cái họ lử sau không đợi Sia lục ba bên lúc cầu hồ bên chế này mong thông lợi đến America thông lợi là cái nó cả tàu nó cũng về giờ tàu bên mong trăm biểu tại certificate President Donald Trump saying gan tua cho cụ nhau hà nó giờ Sia vậy tù bỏ thơ and do big war cha tàu tại biểu nó nhau nó President Donald Trump giờ có saying nhau hà nó cho bên hay này mong thông lợi là cái
Yeah, we were told that we were here a little bit long and that maybe our time is up and we'll do the best we can. I would like to let you know that I am not just saying, I have proof in my hand here that Sia went to Washington, D.C., representing our organization and the Hmong people, send our messages to the congressmen, the congresswomen, U.S. senators in Washington, D.C. about the cause and the vision of the Hmong people. Without Sia's consultation, without Sia devotion, without Sia knowledge, and without Sia experience as attorney, for that, President Donald Trump, and along with other congressmen and women in Washington, D.C., endorse a peace paper here acknowledging the Hmong veterans of America and the Hmong veterans of Family Development. Thank you very much. He didn't say it, but I say God bless you. And everybody, okay?
We're gonna dip in quick, but let me hold on to that. I want to see something. The door's gonna come and grab.
He's supposed to come and talk, but he's shaking hands. Please welcome Vamkhom back into the station.
yếu mà mò bên chỉ cho to speakers na to show shen để tỏ cú thọ lên nó hay thì I want to say Hmong and I'll say English. Bên tôi tới chờ nó thọ bên tôi bên chỉ mua ilu penny ilu bị sinh đa and you know bên chờ này Hmong tao cho cái lưu bây giờ nó chữ khi nó thật trong nó chữ mình cả thế thì cho bên Hmong tôi chỉ nên phụ tiền đi tàu chờ tàu cái phụ cái gì and you know bên Hmong thì bảo mình and you knowในสายเดียเจมีอย่างห้องย่อมเราได้คลิปตัวเราได้เจอเนาะจียงหญิงเป็นเนี่ยเป็นสีตัวเราเราได้เจอเนาะเป็นที่ตัวนู่นเนาะอาจารย์เนาะเชียอยู่ตัวจักรีเนาะผู้เราตัววอชิงตันดีซีอยู่ชิงเนี่ยชิงเสียมองเนาะเนี่ยเฉลยปันเนี่ยเสียตาเลยแต่ชิเป็นถอยอีกตัวถอยกันได้ถอยจนยี่สิบห้าอยู่เจ้ามูเขียนในรูปแคมเปญเจ้ามือเทนรูปเทนตีก็ไปมองว่าอีลูชัวกูลองเลยเนาะกูมั่วจิตเอาได้ชีป้าจิตเอาแต่ชีกูสะท้อนได้ให้เดีย Tonight I will give Attorney $2,000 for his campaign. I want people in this room to believe that America loves every immigrant. That America opens the door for people who work hard, not received but earned. Attorney Shia earned his law degree, and he has that opportunity to go to Washington. I need men and women who here is brave enough to match me to help Attorney Shia for his campaign. To donate money. We need money to walk from here to DC. And it takes a lot of resources to get there, ladies and gentlemen. Anyone? $1, $2. I get a couple minutes because we are hungry, we're gonna eat. But I have 4 young ladies here, including my daughter. They're gonna be walking around. You got envelopes. Please donate, and the ladies will come and pick whatever you have. You have envelopes on your tables. I ask you, we have a few minutes, and the ladies are coming this way. Okay? Usa ka pen ulu shua. Hapa dia usa chate. Siapa mua? Anybody? Okay, what you need to see? Jangan tu pa. Thale lo mungkin lah hapa tau dia. Okay? Apa le tu? Kau you pa dia. Okay, tilang. Kau yang itu ulu dia. Okay, kau you pa dia. Koom. Okay. He's gonna donate, so please go to this gentleman here. He's gonna donate. We have a few minutes. I don't have much time. See what we can do. Anybody else? Ladies and gentlemen, how can we win if we do not show our support? We need to help Shia win. And I know we don't ask a lot, but whatever you can, please do. So where are my ladies? Are you guys in the corner there? Okay? How much I got? 90 seconds? Okay, I got 90 seconds. So you guys gotta go fast and pick up the envelopes. Remember, I go to church. God says, if you give in heaven, they're gonna quadruple. You're gonna have all the money you can get in heaven. And I said, in America, if you put one man in Congress, he's gonna make your district beautiful. And we must support that. we're still on planet Earth. So we still have to work hard until the day we're in heaven. And we have lots of money to use. Thank you, Mayor Governor, for your support. Could you please stand? This is a former Mayor Maplewood. Thank you for coming. Say a few words.
Too fun, thank you. Thank you. Here's an envelope. Okay, I need everybody's attention. All you people, I need all your attention. The date you have to remember is February 25th. Sia is going to have a contest for the endorsement, for the Republican Party endorsement for Congress. Everybody has to show up at their precinct, the Republican precinct, on February 25th, probably like 6:30. They'll be at White Bear Lake, and I don't know where else it'll be, but ask where the Republican caucus for each of your precincts is. It'll be 43A, 42, something like that. All of us have to show up at that precinct caucus and put your name on the list and be a delegate for the 4th District Convention on April 5th. April 5th. 2 days. How many can show up on February 25th for Sia Lo? How many? How many? Okay, we got a few. We got many, many more. If you're 18 and you can vote in November in the presidential election, you can vote for whoever you want for president, but we need you to vote for Sia Lo in November. But to get there, he has to get the endorsement, and we're gonna get those people out on February 25th, Tuesday, February 25th. She is at just White Bear Lake, is that where it is? Just White Bear Lake, and it's the South Campus. Where? Multiple places. Okay. Where? At the college? But that's a convention, not the 25th, February 25th. Okay, so you've got to find out where the precinct caucus is. February 25th. It's a Tuesday night. It's like in 3 weeks or 4 weeks. All right? Everybody has to turn out for that precinct caucus. And then you can vote in the congressional endorsement process. Well, we need everybody in 4th District. Okay, John Glenn High School, Middle School, and the 43B and 43A is in White Bear Lake at the South Campus, just north of Maplewood Mall. For everybody in St. Paul, you're going to have to check to see where it is, where the Republican caucus is for that night. All right? Can everybody stand up who's going to show up on the 25th? Everybody that's going to show up, stand up. Stand up. Everybody, stand up. Stand up. February 25th. Everybody. You have to show up at precinct caucus night. Tuesday, February 25th. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, this is the MC.
Topic 我哋做到波地大債啊，識唔識得咯？我住個俾好冇？I want to give you the news that I was able to cook faster, so the food is ready to go. Okay, so I won't take the credit for it, but
OK， 那主谁那就到我们台湾族的不好，吃不烂了，那是那他里面我们台湾族有被知道忙了，那主谁他被我们族做不中了 ，OK。 cái đi từ có cái từ sức người gọi đó chúng ta hay lưu chia cho cái là đi đi nữa rồi chia ở một lúc mình mỏ của cục cho nó chia trong nó họ nào biết để họ dùng cái này bên nó để nó để chữ hay lưu biết sẽ đặt theo rồi để 我就说我搞天这个的就主动了那是呀。你说我点了那点那贡献了我给我和人都做，我主动放过放龙天里我给那个六的给他们弄了好，给我做了之后我好做到我 kitchen 做毛线了给有弄给那贡献给那我 let's pray for the meal okay。mà chúng ta phải tu coi là tu trí của chỉ bên nó nâng vào nó nâng trò luôn điện đi nó cái gì bây giờ tin nâng của nhau đầu tiên cái này tớ yếu chủ nào yếu chủ hồ cái thiếu mua xìa của nâng nhau bây giờ có cho mà xìa thì nhiều cho lưu gì cho tên không tây gì cho Republican Party của lợi tổ ba nó cho bây giờ là chỉ với họ cho bi của chỉ campaign thì nó cho lúc có ý nghĩa để tỏ đây bây giờ là lúc tôi chống cự mà nó bên nó bên chỉ là bên nó bên đây chỉ chơi bên nó cho để sẽ quân đấy là sẽ được chạy plan là bên nó cho cháu là to chỉ cho bất cứ cho cái chuyện của nó thì biết thì bây giờ họ ok thì sẽ nói giờ có thể đủ có phục nó là cái thứ nó để thọ con chú không để cho nó để bây giờ cho chơi bên cái này ta nó là cho tụi nó một số giờ một cái sẽ là chỉ ba chỉ cùng tệ chỉ thấy là chúng giờ còn phải lên sự nó tiếng nó có sâu còn rồi bên mong sự là đi ít thể mà chúng tôi có những gì để cái nó mò cái thứ cho xóa nhà để cái thứ gì sẽ vấn đề amen ok một chút
Yeah, you can check it. You can check it. Yeah, you can go same. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay.
你包括点那些吃不拉，他喜欢带杯的闹嘛，杯让在中毛了闹了一道嘛。你包点你去吃包给在蒙了，你去吃像蒙不正呢，他给嘛不偏蒙呢。Okay, I want to thank you for the Americans to bring us to come to this country in order for us to contribute our knowledge to improve the United States to become a better place to live. We need your support for Sia Lo to become the U.S. Congress in this country so we can contribute the knowledge to help you build this place to become a better place to live. 总的这个定价是的，你过那股其他你现在股土的必须得要定价是，在蒙面嘛人垃圾桶的，你也自己定价呢，老路那要被蒙老了。那过了那点，你一点你去他包个股要省力，股要多多，蒙家里给大家都是这个的说了，但是那股了，车比较蒙，我还阿边那路就那他都慢慢忙的，对。被多少的钱，我的钱完了，你别就多，忙都没赶上。这差不多我的，还有我道路没上，别就我赶上是那些人把我的呢。你挣钱，你差不多，他在他的腰，他在他变到了有主老，是他别人那也就赶上。为了那个，我包先生。他被我害得看到啥同志，看到啥嘛，他能做多嘛的，过户的都正成绩，但是他被人给了我被我害得跑路，我天嘛包些天买狗，天到看那边不能嘛，天上吃品，那去到些来玩啊买狗的，我天嘛包个做一个半天，被了我被家去找我给开天10杯，开天到了到他自己杯。要懂路线的不要读教培训的人，我现在练蒙，北京蒙，但是呢，到我北领都上1000都不一个人，我到 pastor 了，我这个老车蒙就给带，但是呢，我收到要1%，被蒙就给你给带，蒙了那要投到，你我现在你做这个你我都你晒了，那天上来讲呢，蒙了我能给我来讲。你就知道不公里，多的情况下你自己要不听人家电脑的记录多，我差不多照给多少杯，多少的呢？多个这个这，杯也就叫都跟不个上，杯也就光都能上，就差不多都能我到我的，我一路就我路被其中， we international page to the Allah. So she, when the next show, some non got it time. We bought a little money to monitor go beyond Korea. To monitor a child of Hmong got it time when they travel. They shot the Yakusha, who go to Jew, what to see, cause out of the big home, Lumay na Yatu, long, Nigeria, who had a go, some down go, some of them now, pay home to delegate and talk the day. I said, who more than natural, pay them home go, who then I eat two delegate and goes. And who promised that it will happen, who promised that Dr. Sia Lo For U.S now. Bây giờ làm một đế chập là mong gì chỉ cần một là rồi. Một thế bây giờ nó mà của là yếu vào trận Hmong cái lịch chạy nên tôi sẽ thấy rằng nên chỉ bảo là nên vào trận America cho cái lịch chạy. Ta chỉ mong cho cái lịch chạy bây giờ nó im lặng mà lo này. Bây giờ chỉ hồ ta chỉ. Bây giờ nó điệp món là hai cho go. Nè chỉ có tài tư,不收也收，他做譬如話啲阿婆啲個都幫啲個爹，我他做譬如話啲阿嚟啲去America，Minnesota Twin City St. Paul Minneapolis Maplewood，嚟他做人咯，我俾我都上，那麼我都 Congress。bây mua phụ nó là bây giờ nó vấn đề bây giờ nó nè tôi là nó vấn đề nó có mua dân nó phải hiểu bao giờ nó là vì món thịt cha thì sáng thì luôn thì vì khơi ra khơi đi vì khơi chỉ khơi cũ thì luôn trong lòng bài thì luôn ở để nó tây luôn ở để nó chỉ dùng mà cho chúng tôi thấy này sẽ được lo mà tại nó những này tài nữa là nó phải hiểu học bao giờ nó bao giờ luôn có rồi nói chủ mua dân share với chủ dân trong nào đó tại nói hôm nay đi đó tại nó hai trâu để chỉ bây giờ chỉ trong một trâu qua để nó lâu bây giờ nhiều phần nhà tôi bị đi phòng này phần mà bỏ rồi trâu lo chặt lời giờ nhà phong như hơi giờ lên chỉ được xe nó là này tu mong là này sợ lọt càng lọt sĩ sạch vào được Congress cái gì mua phụ mà nó theo hồ đi sẽ được làm thằng nó bảo hủy hậu quả gì đó nó cả mua dân nữa nó thì mong thì trang thì sai thì luôn là bây giờ mua thật từ cái xe phải cái là này tụ bao nhiêu tụ bỏ đi là tụ thái cả xe với chủ mua dân bên nào là唯一的能搞完了八成梦搞到这个里有些啥不呢等待几这个才准备播着给准备多少这些呢我那边有时候有这个了情况个你这给那个质量这种梦那人家做的人家从我这边那么那包然后我就那我也我筛选写个我也那你怎么样子呢这我还那个做呢，你阿都多啊，你那叫我那在中央毛了这个。
All right. Okay, so now I get the pleasure of doing the best job, escorting you guys to go eat. So I would like to go ahead and then welcome Sia Lo. Your table, please go ahead and line up. So here's the instruction, guys, everybody. We're going to line up one line into the dining hall where the table's at. Okay, one line in, but then there's two tables, so you can split into 4 lines. When you come out, listen carefully. When you come out, you have to come out the same way. So make sure everybody here knows how to drive right. So stay in your lane, and we all can exit correctly. Okay, everybody? All right. So go ahead and please. We'd like to invite usher or special guests to come out here first. So Sia with Senator Dan Hall, Senator Mark Warren, you guys' table, to Craig Johnson, you guys then to Neeb Xyooj, and then Neeb Xyooj, please go ahead first. Yep, just go ahead, Mike, right there. 呢時咧，我先俾代俾俾文靚橋呢啲中主。